Welcome to the show, guys. This is East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise. I am Scott Thomas. Alongside me is
Haley.
And we're joined here by MANHATTAN3, the guys to my right. If you guys would, go ahead and introduce yourselves, name, and maybe how long you guys been playing music together or separate. Starting at the far right.
I'm Dillon. We've been together for 2 years or so now? Something like right about 2-year mark.
My name is Brandon.
And I'm Bart.
What instruments do you play?
Guitar and vocals.
I play drums and I sing backup.
And I play bass.
So, how long have you guys been playing music? Like since you were teenagers or earlier than that?
Just when did we start playing music? I started when I was 15, just about 15, 16. So.
I've always played music. Like my dad's a drummer too, so I was born a drum tech and just kind of became a drummer as I've grown.
I started dabbling in my teens, and then I didn't really get serious until about 3 years ago.
Oh, that's cool. So have you guys stuck with one instrument the whole time, or have you kind of dabbled in different styles and different instruments along the way?
I'm pretty sure we can all play everything within the band. We all play guitar, bass, and drums at least.
Oh, cool.
I sometimes play keyboards, but that's not important.
Keys can be important just as much as any other
very much so,
instrument.
just not in this band.
Oh, well, yeah.
So I would say following you all are one of the biggest proponents for DIY in the local scene, and I would like to hear from each of you why you think that's important and how it keeps the scene together.
As far as keeping the scene alive, it's really just about you have to bond everyone together at that point. I mean, that's separate from just doing DIY stuff within the band itself and doing your own merch and booking your own shows and stuff like that. But as far as booking shows, of course you want your friends' bands to be there and people you like. But sometimes whenever I book shows, I like other outside bands to come in, maybe that I've heard in passing or that I've seen at a different show. Even if I don't know them, I'll just approach them and see if they want to play on it and maybe do a diverse bill so we can get everything kind of intermingled.
So you think that the DIY kind of helps all bands keep the creative process within their own control and within the scene's control?
Yeah, most definitely.
And you all live together, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that's going to help the band become more a cohesive unit, keeping things, separate from the band, personal things separate from the band?
At the very minimum, it helps with communication because I have this thing where I won't text anyone back for 5 days.
Weeks at a time. Don't play 5 days. So, it's been weeks
okay,
before.
Well, apparently weeks at a time, and now it's everybody's home from work and they're like, hey, we need to speak with you.
That's good. Communication is important within a band.
As long as he's awake.
Yeah. Seems like a tight-knit group right here then. If you guys are living together and playing together.
We'll see how that works out, if it does.
It has so far.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Dillon, I know you've played in several bands in town, and would you say that MANHATTAN3 has probably been the band for you to express your personal stuff the most?
Yes.
And do you have an example of that with a particular song, or?
Well, one that we play normally is called That Thing You Did the Other Day. Normally it's our closer, just because of how powerful it is, I guess. And the way that I got some of the verse, the verse structure is really, I don't know if I've explained this to them, but I listen to a lot of soul and R&B stuff. So that's kind of where the verse structures came from. Of course, everything else is kind of just roaring out there, and it's just, it's loud, it's in your face, there you go. But when I stop playing and I'm only singing that part, I draw a lot of that from my influences in that field, and so even at that point, it's personal to me because I draw that influence, but that song is more so not taking people for granted. So people are you're only here for so long. So why not appreciate that instead of just kind of brushing things off, or like if something annoys you, don't let it get the best of you, because, you know, we're not here forever.
Awesome. On that same note, him being open with the two of you, sharing all these deep personal experiences, when you're playing, do you feel like it helps you really get into those same emotions and share those experiences with him, and pulls it a little bit tighter because of that?
It absolutely does.
Oh yeah, and it's because we kind of now really experience everything together, and we kind of go through everything together. It's really easy for all of us to kind of attach, and like it's all of our emotions coming out with his genius words, I like to say.
Right. And that, I mean, I think that takes a little bit of gall to be able to express that kind of vulnerability on stage. I think it makes you more relatable as a band. You know, I think it's good to be open and talk about that. I think it motivates people and inspires people to also be open to expressing themselves in that kind of way. So it's pretty awesome.
Songs should always have some kind of feeling to them,
Exactly.
where the listener can just feel exactly how you're feeling when you're writing the song, and the way you express it just makes people feel either happy, sad, or it's a relatable thing. So say they have a similar experience to what you're talking about in the song, then they can be like, yeah, I know exactly how he feels. I've been through that. I've been there. So there's other people out there that are experiencing the same things and feeling the same way, and that makes music all the better to me. I mean, just the way every song can make you feel. It's the way I like it anyway.
And you all are getting ready to release an album, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
What's the name of it?
Right back at you.
Right back at you. And where did you record?
We
I
were
moved to the Shed in Nashville, thanks to this guy, Josh Martin.
fantastic studio. Fantastic studio.
Good experience there?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Elliot's a stellar guy.
Excellent.
It's really funny too.
We're still sorry about the fidget spinners.
Never again.
That must be an interesting story. I guess we don't want to elaborate on that one.
I'm not taking that one. That's them. I don't deal with fidget spinners.
Well, we were sitting in the studio while Dillon was recording his vocal tracks, and Elliot had a couple fidget spinners laying, back there. And me and Brandon just picked those up, and we were playing with those things all day. And it got to the point where he was so annoyed with them, we went outside for a smoke break and came back in, and he had hid the fidget spinners.
Yeah.
It's just a constant whirring for like 2 hours of these spinners.
That's awesome.
What do you all think that other local bands can do to contribute to the scene and really try and pull things together? Because I know a lot of people kind of feel a little bit like, they have trouble booking shows at certain venues and things like that. How do you think everybody can come together to really make it better and be more supportive of each other than just showing up and paying money to see the show?
Well, I mean, for me, I think, and I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but don't stop being so clique-oriented within the scene. Like, we're all here, we're all doing essentially the same thing as far as we're up there, we're expressing ourselves. Like, you know what that's like, he knows what that's like, he knows what that's like. And it's like, we're all conveying a message, regardless of what it may be. I mean, it may be relatable to somebody, maybe we're not putting it in the same way that somebody wants to hear it because maybe that's not what they're used to, or they're afraid if they like that somebody's going to say something negative about it,
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be that way. So.
Completely agree.
I've got a question for you guys. I'm assuming in the future you guys want to get bigger and grow as a band and go outside of the East Tennessee region to do more shows. Where would be maybe one or two places you'd want to visit outside of the state of Tennessee, as far as you could go within America?
Like 2 places each? Like I picked 2, he picks 2.
Yes.
I want to go to Germany. There's
Well,
one.
he said within America.
Oh, within the States.
Either
He
way,
said, I thought he said out of Tennessee is what I
We'll
heard.
go worldwide.
Okay,
yes.
well, we
I'm
can
sure
go
we could
within
find
the
a German
States.
town
I
somewhere.
personally want to go back out west where I'm from. I want to go back to California. Of course, I want to play everywhere there. And then
Of course, California and Colorado seem to be a very popular
yeah.
spot for
Colorado,
bands to
of
go.
course, because Colorado's really cool. Have you been to Colorado?
I've seen the mountains.
Okay. That's not really a yes.
Green
Okay,
trees.
The
Wait.
Smoky Mountain.
Green
Yeah.
trees.
Not the same. But okay, I'll pick those 2. guys?
So
I know you want to go to
we're
Florida.
going. Yeah, we're definitely going to. Like, I'm really excited. We're going to my hometown in Florida. Oh, I'm too low. We're going to my hometown in Florida, and I really want to go out west too. I'd really like to hit somewhere in California. I've never been out west. I've been up and down and all the way right, but I've never been left. So I want to go that way now.
And I'm definitely on the West Coast wagon too. Like, I want to see it and play it, and
Be all up in it.
yes.
Yeah, we're talking about going to Ontario too, like Canada.
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 That'd be cool.
Fun.
Oh yeah.
In the
I love
summertime.
Toronto.
In the
Yeah, no,
summertime.
not now. Not now.
Not in the winter. No,
thanks.
definitely not.
I think
We're all coy.
does Gregor the Great have a question? Would you like to get up here and ask? This is Gregor the Great. He is amazing. He is my idol.
For everybody out there that doesn't know, this here is my son, my mini-me. He's a great support of the local scene along with me. He's a great supporter of me as well with his nice t-shirt here that we got. But go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so, like, when did you guys, like, love music? When was, like, that one time you heard a song or, like, a certain band and you were, like, freaked out and you're like, I want to do this?
Well, for me, like, okay, so one of the first things that did that for me was Bad Religion's Generator. I'll give you that.
I'm stuck between listening, honestly, as a child to my dad play and the very first time I ever listened to a Rush album.
That's pretty cool.
I remember all these times, like, riding around in the truck with my dad or my grandpa or whatever, and just always listening to the radio and, like, them singing along. And my dad played a little bit of guitar, and, like, I don't know, it's just something I've always wanted to do.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
He doesn't like it when I sing in the car. I'm not a very good singer at all anyway, but, you know, I try. I'm a car singer.
You're a good singer.
Oh, thanks. I
It's
appreciate
just
that.
Whenever I have, like, a good song I like to listen to, you're like, ah!
Yeah, so I should stay quiet. I know. It's okay.
Well, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So where can we find you all online?
There's iTunes. We're on there now. Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
Big and important.
Awesome.
Spotify.
That is important.
Amazon. What else is there?
Do you have any videos
Google
on
Play
YouTube?
Store.
Google Play Store.
Google Play
Okay,
Store.
there's that
we
one.
have, like, one video on
We
YouTube.
have
We
a
have our first
couple
video,
for, like
like-
a music video.
Yeah, we have the first Houndstooth Creeper video, but other than that, so far, no. But we're working on it.
Awesome.
You on Reverb Nation?
I think so. Well, we used to be. It's all old stuff now. If you find us on there, we're sorry.
And you have shirts,
We have Bandcamp. That's
buttons.
Too.
Actually, are we on SoundCloud?
I don't think we've ever
I don't
done
think so. No,
SoundCloud.
I don't think so. Thank you. We'll check into that.
Hey, I've got some stuff on SoundCloud.
I know we have stuff on SoundCloud.
See where you spend your time, Adam.
And you have shirts, buttons, bracelets, some pretty rad merch.
People can get a hold of those at shows that you
At the
play.
shows, yeah.
Anything
find us.
online? An online store?
We had a big cartel store. I haven't updated it in a second, but yeah, it's still there.
Okay. Well,
We have CDs too.
I'll try to post the links to all these places that you've mentioned on the bottom of the video. As people are watching, they can scroll down and look at the information at the bottom, so they'll be able to get to it even if they don't hear it during the video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's one band that each of you have basically modeled your style by in coming together as Manhattan 3?
He looks like he has an answer. I don't know. That smirk on his face.
Do we all want to say it
Is it gonna
at
be
the same
Rush?
time? Yeah. Do we all want to say it at the same time?
I'm gonna word
Is that
it. I'm gonna word it a little differently.
Okay, go for it.
Our fathers, which art in Canada. Absolutely Rush. Absolutely Rush.
All three of you are the
Pretty
are
much,
Rush?
yeah.
Okay.
Which they just announced that they're going to do one last tour, right? Or
Are they?
done
No, they said they were
completely?
done for
Completely.
They're
good.
done.
actually,
They
yeah.
retired. I
Alex
cried
came out
that
and said
day.
it.
Did you?
I'm not ashamed to admit that I cried the day that I heard that Rush is not gonna play anymore.
So is there Rush covers in your future?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. All right. Do we have any more questions?
Anything else?
Don't forget to like,
Yes.
our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Definitely. And also go check these guys out on Facebook and wherever you can find them. They're great guys. Just talking to them right now, they're very personable. If you see them out at shows, say hi. Don't be shy to them.
Especially Dillon. Go up and give him the biggest hug that you can. He loves hugs. He's a hugger
Hugs are
and
fine.
a toucher.
Hugs are fine. There's one thing I don't like, but I'm not going to say
Shoulder
it.
rubs.
Yes, don't do that.
So
The look from
Now I
him
know.
was like, yes, yes.
know
Walk
you
up
oughta
and
be
give him a
serious.
shoulder rub. He's so tense. He needs a massage.
You're okay. I know you.
all right, we want to say thank you to you guys with Manhattan 3 for coming on the show and being such sports about all the questions we've asked, and hopefully we'll see you guys on a show soon and in the future several shows along the way. But this is East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise is our show name. This is Haley along with me, and the little one that popped up before was
Gregor the Great.
exactly. You can catch us on YouTube, East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise, Facebook, virtually every kind of social media. I also want to thank Adam Henry for doing our sound,
Whoop,
Josh Martin for doing video,
whoop. Pretty
and
faces
editing.
to look at.
We don't get to see them on camera very much or at all, so we want to make sure we thank them. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good night.